Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nojesh Muhammad bin Islam. Welcome again to Learn Medical with 31. So today our topic is neuromuscular junction. Let's start with the definition first. The definition, you see, it's neuromuscular junction. The definition is in its name. It has got two parts, neuro and muscular. Neuro stands for the motor nerve and the muscular stands for the skeletal muscle fiber. So what is the definition? Let's go straight to the definition. It is a specialized area where a motor nerve terminates on a skeletal muscle fiber. Again, what is neuromuscular junction? It is a specialized area where a motor nerve terminates on a skeletal muscle fiber. So from the definition we can understand it has got two parts. The first part is the motor nerve that terminates. The second part is a skeletal muscle fiber. So the first part is the motor nerve as it is terminating on the skeletal muscle fiber. It is called axon terminal. And the second portion, this is the membrane of the skeletal muscle fiber where the axon is terminating. Now we will sort out some medical terms about the neuromuscular junction. The first one we'll discuss is the synaptic gutter. What is a synaptic gutter? You may be asked during the viva. What is a synaptic gutter? The muscle fiber membrane is invaginating along with the axon terminal, surrounding the axon terminal. This makes a gutter which is known as synaptic gutter, and somebody says synaptic trough or synaptic trough. The second term is synaptic space. What is a synaptic space? Synaptic space is a space between the axon terminal and the membrane or muscle fiber, membrane of the muscle fiber. What is the synaptic space? It is a space between the axon terminal and the membrane of the muscle fiber. Finish. Now what is another term? What is subneural cleft? You see the membrane of a muscle fiber, it is folded inwards in several times. This makes a subneural cleft. Now your teacher may ask you, can you tell me why it is folding inwards? Then you will answer. Your answer will be like this one. It is folded inwards as because it is increasing the surface area of the muscle fiber. Thus, the neurotransmitter, for example, acetylcholine, can act better on this. If it was not folded inwards, if it was only surrounding linearly throughout the axon terminal, the surface area would have been smaller and the neurotransmitter we're talking about, the acetylcholine, that would be acting less efficiently. Okay, as we're done with the definitions and some terms, now we will focus on the figure now. So it has got two parts, as we already know, the axon terminal and the muscle fiber membrane. What does the axon terminal have? The axon terminal, it has some mitochondria inside of it. You see, these are the mitochondria. What is the function of this mitochondria? This mitochondria, they produces ATP for the generation or for the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter. This acetylcholine, then they get fused inside a synaptic vesicles. These dots you see over here are the synaptic vesicles. Okay, now let's move on to here. This is a bigger picture. This one is a bigger picture of this one. So here you see this portion up to here is the axon terminal, and you see the circle over here are the synaptic vesicle or synaptic vesicles containing the acetylcholine. And in the axon terminal near the membrane, adjacent to the membrane, there are some dense bar. This dense bar, along each side of this dense bar, there are some proteins. They penetrate throughout the membrane. They are known as voltage gated calcium channels. They allow calcium to get in. And you see over here, this should be the membrane. What membrane? The skeletal fiber membrane, skeletal muscle fiber membrane. In the mouth of this is called subneural cleft, as I have mentioned earlier. In the mouth of the subneural cleft, there are some receptors for the acetylcholine. These are known as acetylcholine receptors, which are present adjacent to the mouth of the subneural cleft. And at the bottom, there are also some channels, which is called voltage gated sodium channels. These are the voltage gated sodium channels. I think the structure has already been done here. Next, we will talk about the transmission process in the neuromuscular junction.